job ain't finished. The job ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week. How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar. I am your host, Nick Athan, publisher of ChiefsBlitz.com, joined alongside Mr. Hense Todd with Bowtie Sports. You can check out his show every Saturday, 1 o'clock, with Coach Andre Tillman. At 1 o'clock, they talk all things Kansas City sports. And before we get on today's show, it is a hump day. It is Wednesday. We've got a Chiefs game tomorrow. Let's talk about a couple of our sponsors who help support the show. First up, my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor, someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house, and more importantly, get you top dollar if you're selling and get you the best deal you can if you're buying. And that's Eric Haynes. Give him a call today at 816-729-3785. Eric did a terrific job with he and his team, helping my wife and Lynn and I find a house. It took 9 months to find the right house. We finally did. And he got us through the process, all the ups and the downs, and he made sure we got everything the way that we wanted it. So if you're looking for someone who's going to help you out with that detail and be at side every step of the way, give Eric Haynes a call. 816-729-3785. You can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
That is correct. And another proud sponsor is my wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for better health insurance, if you're looking for better coverage, if you're looking for access to a nationwide PPO network, if you hate your current insurance, whatever the situation might be, even if you're just looking for a consultant, give her a call today at 913-215-9086. The plans available are for individuals, self-employed, business owners, families. It makes no difference. Whatever your needs are, she can help make sure that if you're looking for better health coverage for you and or your family, that she finds the right plan. That's very important. It's a very, very volatile situation right now with health insurance in this country, and it's a political year, so things are always a little chaotic. So if you need someone who can quiet the noise, stay calm, and make sure you've got the right plan, give Emily a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
You know what? It feels weird if I'm doing it too.
You know what's crazy? I think Lou is a start today, and then later on down the show, then I will come in and just end it. You know what I'm saying? Like I put the finishing touches on that. You know what I'm saying? Lou's the start, and
Coach is going to be the closer, right?
There you go. I'm gonna be the closer. Fourth quarter.
Gotcha.
That's me. Gotcha.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair
enough.
How
you guys doing today? It's Wednesday. It's a game before it's the day before the game. Starters ain't playing, but it's gonna be a lot of people.
Should they play though? No.
Should they play?
How's your week been going so far? Also before I, start off everything, I want to shout out Charles O'Mena, who give me a shout out on Instagram. And also, I'm working on some stuff to get some parents on this show. So with that said, let's get this show on the road. So how have y'all Wednesdays started out so far?
Productive.
What did you start your day off? What you eat? You do your workout. Did you eat your breakfast? How your day started off?
I started off reading.
Yeah.
I started off my first day. I woke up, say my prayers.
Scriptures.
My prayers, and then I got into digging. Digging mean okay. Let me put this into perspective. I got up and started reading about a little bit of everything, guys. A little bit of everything.
Is this a book or are you scrolling?
No, it's kind of like what it is. What it is.
Eating cereal and reading the back of the box.
I don't.
Okay.
Well, I would agree with you, sir, but I don't eat cereal.
There's some pearls of wisdom on the back of that box of Lucky Charms.
You know what? I don't dabble in cereal. I dabble in oatmeal and my fresh mushroom coffee.
Sweet.
All
All
but
right.
I got up and read a lot of good stuff about history. I love history, guys. I love history, so I'm diving in a lot into history, what's going on, because a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, so a lot of people don't know what's going on. So
history of what exactly?
A little bit of everything.
It's really vague.
History of the world, part 1 or part 2?
I mean, like the
good
Civil
movies,
War,
Mel Brooks. Come on.
like to me, the Civil War, the Union, and stuff like that. So I'm really
So American history,
stuff like that.
Yeah, American history.
A little bit of this, a little of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, I think people kind of like the details, coming on here and we spout off a bunch of vague stuff.
I know.
It's really not gonna hit as hard, right?
Nah, because I get it from you, Lou. Like the Chiefs who stuff in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like give them a little,
My Wednesday started off great when the WNBA announced their player of the week, and it was no other than our girl Caitlin Clark. So for Nick, who watched like 30 seconds and said, "Wow, she didn't have a very good game." Well, she had 2 like almost masterful games. And the league rewarded her for it. So
fine.
So here we go.
Listen, she's the
Indiana Fever is
of
actually in playoff position. So for all the Caitlin haters out there,
are they really in playoff position? That's good.
Now, Lou, real talk, Lou.
They're the worst team in the league last year.
Hey, do you think Caitlin Clark is the Kobe Bryant of the WNBA?
Well, let's not get carried away.
No. I'm talking as far as the heart and the dog in her. Like, far as having that dog in her. Like,
still, I wouldn't. I don't know that I can go there. I think just watching her play the point guard position is what I get fired up about, because
absolutely, I love it.
That was the only position I was ever able to play. So I appreciate everything she does.
Hold on. We need pictures. We need a picture of you in your basketball shorts, because we know back in the day. I want to see this. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into the archives. I mean, your good old 70 shorts. Absolutely, man.
Hold on now, Lou. Hope your package isn't hanging.
Did you wear the glasses or did you not wear the glasses? No,
I did not need glasses when I was a young man. No.
So what was your stats, Lou? What was you 10-10?
I don't know that they kept track. I was they didn't have 3-pointers back then. But I could stick the J when needed. But I was like the court general out there, getting everybody in position, getting
that mattered.
People in the right time. That's why I appreciate what Caitlin does, because not only does she, can drain the threes whenever she wants, but the pace of play, that's the most important thing about her, is that you just don't. She almost runs faster when she has the ball in her hands than when she doesn't.
Yes.
And the way she can make those 40 to 50 foot passes on the money, where her teammates are catching them in stride and kind of leads them like Patrick throwing somebody open. She gets them to the opens, and they're finishing at the basket. So it's wonderful to watch.
Sam said you was a sniper on the court. He said, "Was you a sniper on the court, sir?"
If I needed to be,
Hey Sam, don't hate on Sam. Don't hate on Lou. Lou was him. Lou averaged about 15 assists a game.
Now, Lou, is this film is held, or is rotating, like this, or the film,
I don't know. Maybe
we don't throw salt on here, sir.
Just some still shots, man. I might be able to dig up some still shots.
I got a couple. I got my basketball photo somewhere. I'll have to find it.
You play ball too, Nick?
I play basketball, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nick about 6'1", 6'2", right?
Nick about 6'1".
I was 6'1".
Lou, you about what? Lou about 5'10", 5'11"?
When I was 5'9", 5'9" or 5'10". Cool. I think, but I kind of grew late, so I was really short.
Yeah, you and me both.
I was well under 5. I was probably about 5'6" or 5'7" in high school.
Well, mine stumped down. Mine stopped in 11th grade, so I'm 5'7", 5'8". I was hoping to be 6 foot. At least 5'11". You can't do nothing athletically at 5 foot, 5'6" or 5'7". There's nothing in any sport
unless you're like extremely fast, quick.
That lost me.
Like Tyree.
Well, you could be in track. You can be in track.
Yeah,
Who wants to run track, man?
Exactly. I was short, slow, and couldn't jump. So I had to find different ways to carve out a
I got Dre's football picture right here. There he is, right there. On the field.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what's crazy on the field? I was a dog though. I was a warrior on the field though. Like I was as far as pressing, I was a dog, man.
But was he Hense Todd though? Was he me?
Hense Todd? I don't think Hense Todd showed up though. Hense Todd never showed up on the field though. Hense Todd wasn't on the field for real.
You two the name.
Practice player. Right?
Yeah, practice player. Yeah, exactly. But there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with scouting on the sideline. There's nothing wrong with it. Nah, man, I was a dog. I was an animal, man. Like that's where my son get it from. I was just a dog. Like I love competition.
So anyway, going back to the beginning of the week, it brought joy to my soul when I saw that Caitlin getting more and more of her just due.
Lou, real question, Lou, do you got that dog in you, Lou?
I don't know. Maybe I did at one time, but probably not now.
Damn, Lou, come on, man.
Dog never leaves you, Lou. It never
don't, man. It's just in you, man.
It just poops in other areas, but it never leaves you.
I like that. I like that.
There you go.
You know, do you talk about when she does do right and when she don't do right? Because it's a lot of.
Oh boy!
Bam! There it is. The glaze hose.
The bow tie. Hey, Chiefs Blitz version of GAC.
Oh yeah, I mean she's not a perfect player by any stretch. She'd be the first one to tell you she needs to cut down on some of the turnovers. Probably needs to improve her on ball defense. I think would be something she wants to get better at. And the floater game, that mid range you saw it. Well, if you watched. You saw it in that game where we had been talking about it earlier in the season that if she develops that floater or like the 15-foot range where she could just pull up instead of continuing to drive and maybe get herself in trouble. If she starts hitting that, now she's just elevated her game.
She reminded me of Steve Nash though. Steve Nash was just as exciting, man. Steve Nash got his teammates going first, but he can't score when he wants to. He can score when he wants to.
He could score with either hand, and he had the floater game.
Oh, Steve Nash was so underrated. That's one of my favorite point guards was Steve Nash, man. Steve Nash was so awesome. Like that Phoenix Suns team was like putting stuff together. If you really want to nerd out on the WNBA, little under the radar signing, Gabby Williams, former UConn player, was the star of the French team that played in the finals against US, signed with the Seattle Storm. I seen that. I seen you posted that.
That's certainly going to give them a little bit of a bump. She's a really good player.
All right. Well, there's your weekly update of the WNBA.
Man. We're here for it.
We here.
Now we may not be firing up a lot once the regular season starts.
Yeah.
But
well, we will. She's in the NBA and WNBA.
The playoffs start.
That's our glaze of the week. Hey, that's our glaze of the week.
Glaze of the week.
Oof. All right.
But again, we had a little bit of breaking news that happened from the Vegas. Travis Kelce would, be forming an Adam Sandler movie, Gilmore Part 2. How would y'all think about that? Are you gonna go to the movies and watch this?
Well, heck yeah! Even if Travis wasn't in Happy Gilmore 2, I would still be watching. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I like Adam Sandler. I like all the stuff Adam Sandler does.
Adam Sandler is so underrated.
I don't know if you saw the sci-fi pick he just made, but it was out there. It was really bizarre. And you keep thinking it's going to turn funny at some point, and it never did. It was a pretty serious role, but he announced it last night on the Tonight Show that they're going to start filming in New Jersey next month, and that Travis will have a cameo appearance in the film. Travis has been championing, hey, if it ever happens, I want to be in it. And Adam and Travis, I believe they've met together already. I'm not sure if they saw him on the concert trail or not, but at the end of the day, I think it's fabulous. He's got that TV show coming out on FX, I think September 24th, and he's going to host Are You Smarter Than Movie Actor or something like that for the kids show. So he's on top of the world. Taylor's off tour for 2 months, so I'm sure that makes him happy. So season openers in 2 weeks, but Happy Gilmore was one of my favorite movies of all time, and I just absolutely love it. Sandler said we're real excited about it. We wrote our asses off. That's something nice for Travis, so he's going to come by. He's funny and cool as hell. Such a nice guy, and I think you could say the same thing about Adam Sandler. So whatever he's got cooking, I cannot wait for it.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna answer St. Clair's question. Yes, I was a coach for my son's team. I was coach for him for years. I coached him up. That's what I did. I coach up like kids too that want to come and play. They just come to me, get one-on-one coaching from me, no problem. That's what I did. I coached up kids on the block. You know what I'm saying, help them get better, having one-on-ones with them, different positions and stuff like that. So that's what I did. So I love coaching kids. So
good.
There it is. Yeah.
So Lou, what's that noise in the background? Is it somebody cutting down a tree, or is it what is that?
Well, I do live among other humans, and I live in a neighborhood, and occasionally they mow their lawns. It's pretty nuts. I don't know if you guys have those. Do you guys have that in Missouri? Do people mow their lawns there?
Yes, but on a schedule.
Or you just let them grow.
Lou said, "Come on, bro. Come on, man. We got people that can mow the lawn, man. Like, come on."
My person knows Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon.
And it is. I mean, temperature-wise, has been perfect here. I mean, right now it's like in the high 60s, low 70s, so the windows are open, and we like the fresh air.
Yeah.
So get that slingshot and hit him right in the head, to knock him out before the show. But so what you think about the Travis Kelce going to,
it's amazing. I mean, I think he kind of the coming out part. I mean, we all knew. I mean, just the personality that he is, how gregarious he is, talented, and then it springs into the New Heights podcast and all this other stuff. And the SNL performance was, next level. So he's got the chops, he's got the popularity, and why wouldn't you have him in there? People recognize him, and I'm sure people maybe that are a little bit younger that don't know the Happy Gilmore story, that didn't see the original, because it's going back several years.
1994.
Will be a draw. Not a huge draw, but it'll be significant.
Kind of like Come to America. Kind of how they redid Come to America. It was good, but it still wasn't the best. The first one's always the best one. Now, personally, I want to see Kelce act. Can Kelce act?
For the younger folks, it might be different. But if you were a fan of the original, then you always want to see that nostalgia comes up. Now, may he rest in peace. Bob Barker won't be
Carl
in the
Weathers,
second one.
Yeah, man.
Carl Weathers,
So class, it's like certain pieces to the movie is missed. So I get it though, remaking it. Now it might be better. Who knows? It might be better. Who knows? But I'm just saying the original is always best. But can Kelce fill that void? Is Kelce the missing piece to make that movie? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm guessing it's a cameo. He's not going to have like a huge part in it. I mean, Adam is Happy Gilmore, so that's kind of. He's the center of attraction, and if you're really into it, for the nerds out there, I can't think of the guy's the actor's name, but Shooter McGavin, who is like Happy's nemesis on the golf tour,
right?
He's on X, always jabbing. About Happy Gilmore, about Adam Sandler, about everything, and it's a really funny account to follow. But Shooter McGavin.
So is he going to be in a movie though?
Yes, he is.
He got to be.
He will. Sure.
And Dan Patrick, I'm hearing, it's Christopher McDonald is the name of the actor.
There you go.
And Dan Patrick, from my understanding, will take on the Bob Barker role. So we'll see.
DP's been
inside sources.
He's been in about 30 Adam Sandler movies.
He's been the last 10, 15 years, he's been in virtually every one except for one. And he gives him crap about it every time he's on the show. So I don't think
he was in Uncut Gems. That was a little too
probably
serious.
Not.
That was
probably a little bit
above
his acting.
If that's
but he does
right
have a
name.
SAG card. So,
but KG was in that movie.
Yeah,
really.
He was really good in that movie too.
Yeah.
So
he was actually very, very good. I was beyond impressed.
So But looking at thinking about the movie coming out, I could see that Adam Sandler's going to put a twist on somewhere that it's going to be Kelsey chasing Kelsey or something like that, catching Kelsey.
Nah,
something is going to be that.
Taylor Swift's going to be in that. She's going to be in that movie. No,
so it's going to be something around that ad to make it funny or something about that. But
yeah, it'll be something about the two of them.
Also, speaking of Kelsey, I seen this morning. I was sitting watching eating my breakfast and. And I seen
and your bowl of sugar smacks.
No, it's burger sugar smacks, sir. But again,
whatever.
But again, I seen that Kelsey with the tight end group, he was coaching them, showing them how to get open, how he reads zones, how he how he gets open on plays and how he was breaking it down. I can see coaching in his future as well.
Hey, never do it.
I think Kelsey
a little. I don't know.
He'll do his camps.
I think he'll see
everybody in there. So
my guess in that capacity, he'll stay with like Kittle and Greg Olsen and that tight end university. He would keep doing that, but to actually be a day-to-day grind for like 9 months out of the year,
he don't need to.
10 months out of the year. I mean, he's not. I don't see him.
I think Kelsey get bored with doing that. I think he'd get bored doing that for real.
Yeah, sort of like Tamba, coaching some of these guys on the side. He wouldn't. I don't think he wants to be in that room and like just grind for 11 months.
Yeah, because
out of the year,
like he got more star power than anybody on this Chiefs team. It's like he just like he's a star. Like I don't think he's gonna take time.
He's that guy, right?
Yeah, he just him. So yeah,
is what it is.
You know what it is, but it also what it is. Is you got Nicole Hardman. He was talking about making a team. And how go ahead and read what he said, Nick.
McCole was interviewed yesterday with the local press. He said definitely some nerves this time around here for me too. You never know what can happen. Take advantage of every opportunity, and whatever happens. So that tells me he's on the 50-50 line. Whether he's going to make the team or not. Lots going to depend on, I think, maybe something in the game. If there's an injury between now and next Tuesday at 3:00 Central Time when the final cuts have to be released. And for those who are going to be watching at 3:00, the Chiefs are generally the very last team to release. So expect that about 3:30 for their final list. But, I think McCole Hardman, Nico Remigio, Justin Ross are three guys that I think are going to be worried coming up to cut down day. It depends if the Chiefs are going to carry 6 or 7 receivers. I think Sky Moore is going to make this football team just for the youth. They're going to give him another chance. They just do not want to give up on his talent. They're just not going to at this point. I think they're going to give up on Tony, but I think the last spot is going to be a fight between Justin Ross and Hardman and Remigio. So we'll see what happens. But McCole, he's not an every down guy. He was kind of signed for the insurance of Rashee Rice, and now we pretty much have confirmed, at least at this stage, that if he's going to be suspended, it won't be till the 2026 or 25 season. So they've got. Have him most of the year. They should have him all year. So it kind of makes signing him Hardman kind of an extra guy just in case. But, he can do a lot of things. He did catch the game-winning catch in the Super Bowl, so he gets props for that. But if I'm McCole Hardman, I don't think he says that unless he is personally generally worried he's gonna make the roster.
Well, it is sort of ironic when you say brought in as insurance that he was drafted. He came to the Chiefs kind of as an insurance policy.
The reason they signed him again this year. Sorry.
No. But what I'm saying is it's ironic that because when he was drafted, it was kind of the same thing. Tyreek was facing some unknown suspension. We thought he was going to go down, but he never did. Right. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they build out the wide receiver room. And I don't think any of those guys are safe, really. I mean, they're all kind of on the edge, and it's not going to be surprising if any of them or none of them, I mean, it just below that first 4, you really, it's a crapshoot at this point. I don't know that anybody's really separated themselves.
I say again, he was go ahead, Bo. Go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
I feel like he's going to make the team because the thing with Hollywood, his shoulder, you don't know when he's gonna be out, how long he's gonna be out. They say he probably be ready week 1. And when he got that speed like nobody else have, Worthy have it, Hollywood have it, but other than that, who else have the speed like Nico Hartman and those two top guys right there? So I feel like he still makes the team. I don't think he's gonna be worried. I think Andy Reid loves the kid, so I feel like he's gonna make the team. If not, only person I have to be fearing of that's losing his roster spot, and I wish he don't lose the roster spot is, is Ross, man, because that talent right there that somebody else get it, and
somebody's gonna utilize Ross.
Utilize it, and we gonna be screwed.
Maybe the Bengals. Who knows? Maybe the Bengals. Yay. Maybe the Bengals get that tight. Hey, tall. Hey, T. Higgins is his boy now. Both of them came from Clemson.
A lot of times in the NFL, it does come down to opportunity, right? So maybe if he goes somewhere else, maybe he gets more of an opportunity that maybe they don't have a big time third receiver or a big time even second receiver. There's plenty of teams out there. I don't know, maybe the Cardinals would be interested, but once he gets that opportunity, maybe then he flourishes because of the fact that he got a chance to more playing time.
You'll hate that on Madden, Bo. If we get Nico Hartman that speed, you'll hate that. But listen though, I say this: if Ross does leave, guys, remember Ross. To me, I think Ross is just a playmaker, Like Andy Reid's offense is like it's crazy because you got to use your head, you got to use your eyes. Check out the big brain on bread. So every time you hear Justin Ross, oh, he's not in the right position. He's not in the right position. He's not in the right position. Well, take him to a team to where they can utilize what he is. He's a playmaker. Throw the ball up, let him go get it. That's who he is. He's a playmaker. Like this offense with Andy Reid is detail. It's a detailed offense, man. So maybe it's not who he is. Maybe he just don't fit this type of offense.
Yeah, I would imagine if you asked any offensive coach in the league, they're going to say their offense is very detailed. I don't think there's any offense in the NFL.
No, but Andy Reid. Can we say Andy Reid's a little more difficult though? Because
I don't know about that. There's a couple of teams you wonder who's calling the offense. Period.
Well, it comes down to the players on the field too, whether they can execute or not. But I would imagine to a man that any coach in the NFL is going to tell you that the details matter because again, the difference in athletes are razor sharp, right? I mean, the team that executes better typically is going to win. So again, Justin has that talent. They know him better than anyone. So if they have a plan for him, or they kind of see, okay, this is another one year, 2 years, we're able to kind of sneak him under the wire. I don't think it's going to happen again this year. So if you do expose him to waivers and you try to put him on the practice squad, somebody's going to come.
He just need to go to a thing.
Somebody's going to come calling.
I'll tell you what.
I still say he can be good here. I mean, those instances that you mentioned, every receiver at some point or another lines up.
I think the Jets get him. I think the Jets pick him up. I think Aaron Rodgers can really utilize Ross. I think a lot of guys to me is this. He's just a playmaker, guys. Again, he's just a playmaker. Like Eli Manning did the same thing with Hicks. Eli Manning did, like, to me, Eli, his style was, if you're a playmaker, go get it. I'm gonna throw you the ball. I'm throwing the air for you. Go get it. Make play on the ball. That's Eli, right? You look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow the same way. Man, just go out there and make a play. Just go out there and make a play on the ball. Go out there and get separation. Hey, 1-on-1. Hey, go get it. Andy Reid's a little more difficult than that. Like, you can't just go do that with Andy Reid. You can't.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about Nico. Nico, the rise of Nico. The Nico says, go ahead and read what Dave Tobe had to say about Nico.
Nico's done a great job. I'll be pounding on the table for that guy to make the roster. I wrote an article this morning at ChiefsBlitz.com kind of detailing the situation the Chiefs are in with Nico Remigio. I think we're all four of us are fans. We all want him to make the roster, including yours truly. But I don't think it's a slam dunk as everybody thinks it is, just because the Chiefs have some other needs. So they're going to have to carry maybe an extra guy or two, especially maybe offensive lines. So they don't have a lot of experienced guys. They've got a bunch of young guys, and I think the Chiefs will make a roster move or two before the 53-man roster is settled. So I wouldn't be surprised there. But Remigio has done everything I think he can do at this point. I was very concerned that he didn't really get any snaps until the second half against the Detroit Lions. He did have a nice kickoff returns. He should have scored. Just had him. I think it was the kicker that got him. I think they like him. I still think there's some issues with the pass, the potential fumble in the Jacksonville game. It just kind of made
one
play. Hey, listen, that's important. That's important. I mean, you're talking about
if it was a recurring issue, I would say yes. If he's fumbling all over the field in training camp, then maybe you would say that's a problem. But that was like a fluke play.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. My point is this: when you have 4 guys who are about equal talent trying to make 2 roster spots, everything is under a microscope, including that play. I don't think it's the fumble that bothered me as much as just why did he jump? Why didn't he just keep running? He scores a touchdown. So I think there's still things he has to learn to level. And listen, I want the kid to make the team. I think he's right now the number 1 option at kick returner. Right. But, it's not a lock he's going to make this team. And the Chiefs have
not at all
4 wide receivers, like I said, angling for 2 spots. So maybe 3, depending on how extensive Andy Reid wants the wide receiver room. And we all saw what happened last year when they tried to throw 7 wide receivers on the active roster. It backfired on them. At the end of the season, they were down to 3 or 4. And that was for the fault because these kids just couldn't handle it. So they can't make that mistake again. And I think that's why they're going to look at absolutely everything.
If you saw the thing with Tobe, and I think last show or maybe the show before that, I was saying how, at that point, I don't think Nico was a lock to make this roster, and everybody's faces like almost fell off.
It did.
But if they're putting a ton of value on the kickoff return and the fact that you're going to see, depending on how it breaks, or I think what the league wants to see is more balls being returned versus touchbacks. And if that's the case, the value of that returner goes up. And if they think he's their best return guy, he may make the team just for that.
Correct.
And then be like the 6th receiver, more of an emergency. You won't see him so much, getting snaps with the offense, except just to kind of keep him involved so he doesn't get stale just returning kicks. But again, that's where you have to see. And we don't know that. How big of a factor is that? Or they just say, hey, Sky can do it just as well. Mm-hmm. Right. So if that's the case, then if Sky's a better receiver, then we go that way. So it is going to be interesting. But once that comes out, then we'll see exactly what their thinking was maybe all along.
Yeah, I don't know. My opinion, I think Nico makes the team. I just really think because he did everything. Like, he showed on film what he can do. He did everything: separation, caught the ball, good in special teams. I believe he's making the team. Everybody else, for real, honestly, from Tony, from Nico, them guys to me personally are washed. I don't even worry about them no more. They're not really as productive as they should be. I like Scott Moore. He has been getting off in training camp as well. So I feel like Nico and Scott Moore are going to make the team. Those other 2 ain't gonna make the team.
So Ross
then Ross is out too. Then
it depends if they feel like Ross is not in position.
Ross is a talent. I'm asking you if those two make the team, can you have Ross as another receiver as well with the other 4 that seemingly are locks?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what position do you take from then? Who we're going to go short one lineman?
Off one line.
Yeah, I would, because the defensive lineman, y'all pretty stout. Like, the lineman situation is stout. No issue, but the wide receiver situation is different now. Because you need playmakers, though. You need guys that if you call their number, they can come in there immediately and make a play.
Yeah, I mean they've got a linebacker situation. They got 3 solid guys. And then after that,
Jacobs making that linebackers.
And Jacobs probably is going to make the team, so that gives him 4. Yeah. I mean, you're asking a rookie to step up. I mean, defensive line, you've got some really good.
On the yellow golden jacket, guys.
I know.
Hey, don't break your arm there.
You know, when I was putting my roster together at ChiefsBlitz.com, it was like, man, I was really struggling, you know, because defensive line, they've got some young players who I think are pretty good. The Levitt kid, I like him a lot. I think I don't know if he goes to the practice squad. I think another team will pick him up because I think he's got that kind of potential talent. So, you know, what are they going to do with tight end? They're going to keep 4. They probably have to at this point. They're only going to go with 3 running backs, including Steele. But generally, Andy likes to keep 4. So I don't think that's possible this year.
I think Clyde Edwards is going to go on injury reserve.
I think so too.
I think that's when Steele is going to come in and take the spot. And also, I think you know, I think it's going to be a trade with a receiver, guys. And I feel like it's going to be a guy that's, you know, probably a veteran guy. Because
you say a trade with the receiver, bro.
I say like a trade. Chiefs gonna bring in like somebody else, and I feel like, you know.
You don't think Nico? Ain't gonna be a DB?
Yeah, I think they're gonna sign Xavier Howard. I feel like I think
they have the cap space to do it.
I heard a little something around it. You know what I mean? You know, I heard a little bit, but hey, I think, you know, they probably sign Xavier Howard and then, you know, and probably trade for a receiver. And Nico, you know, I think he is gonna make the team. And I think Sky Moore is going to make the team, but I think it's going to be, when it's all said and done, it's going to see what everybody do this upcoming game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I think do
we really think they're going to trade for like a 5th or 6th receiver?
No,
I think we have those. I think we have
be a 5 or 6.
I think we have those guys available. So then who does the guy that they trade for unseat?
I think it's going.
Are you going to limit Worthy snaps? Are you going to limit Rashid snaps? Are you going to limit Hollywood snaps? Where would they fit?
They fit right in. Robert.
It just where would you fit?
What I'm saying is how many snaps? How many snaps are they going to get?
Just depends on the scheme with Andy Reid. It just depends. It just depends on who they play.
This isn't a Madden team now. Okay,
no,
you're going to bring somebody. You're going to give something away of value to bring somebody in that is going to be like a 5th or 6th receiver.
It's probably going to be another receiver. Probably get traded with like a 6th round, 7th round pick. So I feel like it's going to be a guy that's fall. I think it's somebody who's on the Tennessee Titans. What I've been hearing. And somebody that's on the Tennessee Titans have been falling down the board. He's a former 1st round pick. So you do the math.
Why don't we just say it's Treylon Burks? I mean, that's no secret. I mean, they've been saying that. They brought it.
Yeah, he struggled too. He's in the same category though.
Brought in Boyd. They got Ridley. So again, he's a 1st round pick. They're not going to give him away. And then the Chiefs bring him in, and what, they're going to bury him at the 5th or 6th receiver spot? What's the point of that?
Unless it's a Kadarius Toney swap, I can't see it.
And why would the Titans do that? I mean, quite frankly,
it's like
can we think a little bit before?
It's like building up, like for real. It's like
that's the whole point of the show, Lou.
That's
the whole point. Just spout it out there, make that discussion. It's all good.
Right. All right. Well, then bring some sense to it then.
What the sense is this? You know what I mean? If you look at it, you're right. Xavier Worthy. You know what I mean? You got Hollywood Brown, Rashid Rice. That's up in the air. So then you have what else? You don't have no big body receivers after that. After Rashid Rice, you don't have nobody that's Kelsey, unless you're gonna throw Wally out there to play wide receiver sometime, or throw Kelsey out there. But you don't have no big body receiver. So I feel like they're gonna, if they don't keep Ross or somebody that's a bigger size, you got to.
Yeah, they got Watson for that. They're good there. I'm not worried about.
I don't know. Watson, I feel like Watson making the team.
He's making the team.
I'll put this in. In my opinion,
market 39.25 in
trade for another wide receiver. Yeah. If a trade was to be made, if all of a sudden they've decided that the corners they haven't stepped up enough to take over LJ's spot, perhaps that's a move that they would make. But even that would be kind of off script and not they would have paid LJ if that's the route they were going to take, right? I mean, they love him. He fits. He was a perfect guy for this defense. They just didn't want to pay him. So do you go pay somebody else when you had the opportunity to keep the guy that
are you shooting for gold, or are you just going to see what happens, right? You shooting for that three-peat.
What I'm saying is it depends. Well, if that was the case, then hence they would have stuck with LJ and paid him and said, okay, we're going to go for this. This is the linchpin to the three-peat. I don't think they think that way.
No, I don't think he was.
Wow. That again, if you talk to Spags, you might get a different answer. But here we go. So that's what I'm saying. If they were to make a move for a veteran, it would only be for somebody if they felt that some of these young guys weren't stepping up enough to the point where we're really worried about the second cornerback spot, which in my mind, I don't think they are. I still say everything that they say at the mic is just designed to motivate maybe some guys that haven't stepped up yet, but they believe they have the core to do that.
Right.
Now, again, the 6th or 7th receiver, what's more important, that position or a 10th defensive lineman or a 6th linebacker?
Right.
Or the 8th or 9th or 10th offensive lineman. So that's the thing that I think they're weighing right now. So
they're going to get a receiver or a corner.
They're going DB, man. They're going DB, man. Because right now, if you look at the preseason games right now, hey, the DBs begin cooked.
Speaking of preseason, let's go ahead.
It gotta go DB.
Preseason, you got the Chiefs versus the Bears. Caleb Williams is not going to play. I don't think so. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to play. So he's the guys that we already talking about right now. So the guys is going to be going out this Thursday on 38th spot. If you ain't got nowhere to watch the game, that's where it's going to be at. You can't be on YouTube or NFL Network watching the game.
Not locally. No.
These guys are this is their last shot. This is the guys that if you got them on your list, Nico and everybody else, Ross, and this is their last shot. This is where they're going to get the chance to be with the champions, right? To be on it or make it a shine for another team. And that's why I feel like, I feel like it's Brett Veach do it all the time. It's going to be a trade somewhere. And I guarantee you it's going to be a trade somewhere. And he does it every year. He does it all the time. So I don't know where it's coming from. I'm thinking wide receiver, but looking at this game, we're going to see, what receiver elevate themselves. Nico Harmon, Nico, Also, Justin Ross. We're going to see who elevates them three. They got to separate themselves from one each other.
Someone has to separate themselves from the bunch. You're right.
Somebody got to separate.
And defensively, you're not going to have your starters out there either. So a lot of the rookies are going to get an opportunity to play. They've got some young guys defensively they're going to be counting on this year. Get them as many reps as you can. Avoid any kind of serious injuries or any injuries at all, because it'll be 2 weeks to the opener to the Baltimore Ravens. I think Carson Wentz needs to have a good series or two. I'm not sure how much he'll play, but I think it's important that he finds a little bit more rhythm going into the regular season in the event that something happens to Patrick. Wiley should get a lot of reps. Irv Smith Jr. should get a lot of reps. The backup offensive lineman, that's going to be key to me, because I think the Chiefs are really void of a veteran presence there. I think if they make a trade, that's the direction I think they go. And then the defensive line, you've got so many guys. Farrell has come in, and I think he's had a terrific camp. I love it. The undrafted free agent has a lot of potential. Derek Nottie still has not practiced, and it's quite possible he doesn't start the year on the active roster. So we'll see. And then, of course, obviously we'll be talking about the wide receiver position. Somebody's got to break out. And at this point, it's anybody's contest, at that position. And so Andy knows what he's doing. He knows what he's looking for. I would say probably 47 to 48 of the 53-man roster is probably complete in their minds. It's just the last 4 or 5 guys and whatever other moves that they make.
Yeah. So for the most part, most of them are auditioning for the other 31,
Right.
in this case, or they come back onto the practice squad. I don't know what it would tell us if Sky doesn't play. I gotta believe then. And the question was up there, or comment will be interesting to see if Sky plays tomorrow. If he doesn't, I think then
they sold on him. If he doesn't play, they sold on him. I'm sorry.
You have to believe
he's getting traded.
He makes the team. So
I just think they just need DB help, man, for real. Because against the top tier guys coming in this season, as far as like the offense with their receivers, they need DB help because you ain't got no more Snead out there when W can't do it by himself. So they're gonna have to find somebody that's solid, a veteran, solid guy to come in and help because our DB's gonna get cooked. They'll compete, but they're going to get cooked. They're going to get cooked, and that's the only weakness on this defense right now to me is that secondary.
Right.
Yeah. Because think about it. In this preseason, what good did you see the secondary do? You know what I mean? The guys that's saying that's going to be the starters besides McDuffie. Do you see any good from Joshua Williams? Joshua Williams got snatched on by a rookie going down the sideline. You know what I mean? Then Watson, Watson didn't really play that much, but other than that, Nazee's coming off an injury. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for him. A guy, Connor. You seen? I just didn't see that guy. Everybody's still in this group of a circle right now, and nobody still didn't elevate themselves. So Spags is looking into that cup like, okay, you're gonna be the starter this week. I think you have the edge. But you know what I mean, if I'm the Chiefs, if Xavier Howard is out there sitting there picking his nails, I'm going to go get him. So, and then I'm going to go for this three-peat and let the other guys, come up and get back into the room because I think Joshua Williams should be that number 2. You know what I mean? If I was Spags, if I was choosing, but yeah, less than one of these guys. That's playing in this preseason game, elevate themselves and have a heck of a game. And you know what I mean? Because he said that spot's still open. He didn't give no names of who, you know what I mean, who going to start there. He just said the spot is still open. So
I just feel like the main address is the secondary. I think everybody should be worried about that secondary right now. Because you know how good Spags is. He can put people in the right position, but can they make the play though? Can they make the play? And I haven't seen none of that in the preseason. I haven't seen none of it.
Well, if the entire thing is based on the preseason games, which it isn't, again, they're playing very, very vanilla defenses. Maybe no one's made, huge plays or anything like that. But, I think they have a real good idea of what they have in the defensive backfield. I'm not worried about it at all. Eventually, the injuries were healed. No one has a season-ending injury. They played well enough over the last couple of years for the most part to be out there and playing. Now, maybe LJ covered up a lot of that stuff because he was more of that lockdown guy. So the defense might look a little bit different, right? The coverages might look a little bit different. So, I wouldn't be that concerned over the defense.
I think I am because if you look at going against the first 2 games, it's gonna be tough because, like I said, you ain't got Snead no more, you ain't got the playmaker no more. I mean, W can't do it by itself. Like we gonna need some help because I don't trust nobody in this secondary for real. I mean, again, I know Spags can put him in the right position, but do you trust these guys to go man to man with some of the top wide receivers? I don't.
Well, we've seen them do it for the last couple of years. So
they had that's what I'm saying. They had Snead and Snead was a dog. They ain't got that no more.
They trusted him enough to play, throughout playoff runs, Super Bowl games. I don't know. I think
what I think that what Lou was missing, it was Snead and McDuffie. Then you had your third corner, so they wasn't going up against starters and real
quick, Bo. Do we believe in the secondary on this channel? Yes, we believe in the secondary, but do we really think they're going to shut down some of the best receivers? No.
I don't know that they have to necessarily shut them down. Like I said, I think just the fact that where you're going to see this team be different from last year, where last year was more of a defensive team and ball control and so forth. I think this version of the Chiefs might look a little bit more like maybe like the 18 or 19 version of the Chiefs. The defense may not be second overall or even in the top 5. but the offense is going to score more points. So again, the team is not going to be the same. The defense is going to look a little bit different. Maybe the pass rush improves, but they were second in sacks last year. So yeah, I'm not that concerned where we have to go get a guy. We had the guy. We didn't want to pay him. So if they had enough confidence to say, okay, we're not going to meet his price, we're good with what we have, I'm going to trust them. And if they thought somebody was out there that could play better, we'll see. I mean, I know Xavier Howard's been out there for a long time, and nobody.
Gilmore was out there. He just got picked up.
Well, he wants a $10 million contract. That's the problem.
But listen.
He said he want to be on a championship team. He said he don't want to be just picked up. He's playing just be wasting out his career.
He doesn't have a whole lot of choices because there's only one that's a guaranteed slot for the Super Bowl, and that's the Chiefs. So
that's true.
He wants to go get it.
Let me piggyback off of what Lou just said. Lou, remember, Snead's knee was banged up. His knee was done. His knee was banged up. Right. So it was like they're not gonna waste money on that right there. You know, he's good, but you can't trust him. Like his longevity was shot. So they had to do what they had to do. And you wasn't gonna pass up on Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I believe they do need to go out there and find them a number two, a veteran number two. So they gotta bring him in. They gotta bring Howard in right now. They got to. Like he want them to pay him. He's solid. He's good. He's good. He's the best veteran out there right now.
Right. I agree.
So what they said, the only best veteran out there right now is Mr. Eric Haynes.
That's right. Let's talk about one of our two corporate sponsors, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process, hand in hand, go through every crisis point, every success to buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, I think give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785. He'll take care of you from start to finish. You can also email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
Yes, and a proud sponsor of mine, Mrs. Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who can help you find the right insurance coverage for you or your family, give her a call at 913-215-9086. Regardless if you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, or a part of a family, if you just need someone who can help you navigate through the health insurance industry, find the right solution, or evaluate your current health insurance, give her a call today at 913-215-9086.
Nick loves Emily. Nikki loves Emily. Nikki loves Emily, guys.
We're gonna have to get her on the show too. So I'm gonna
absolutely.
Yes.
Speaking of Chiefs, too, it's time to strike up the band.
Is it? You know what time it is, folks. Strike up the band, Hensley. Let's get this party started. It is Chief Who? Brought to you by, of course, the aforementioned. Okay, here we go, folks. I thought somebody was going to jump in and throw in Eric Haynes, but
okay. Brought to you by Eric Haynes.
There you go. All right. So for those of you, the uninitiated, which there probably aren't many of you out there, but I'm going to read off a series of very interesting clues that will uncover the name of this Kansas City Chief. You can go ahead and play along in the comments. You don't have to wait for all the clues. If you know right away, shout it out. Let us know what you think. All right, gang, let's go. From the top, third team all conference as a senior at a premium position. This Chief started all 26 games of his final 2 years, again at a premium position.
Hollywood Brown.
It is not. He is a college teammate of a previous Chief Who. He's a Reese's guy. He's a Reese's guy.
We have a guess, Alex Gubner.
Kareem, good guess. No, it's not Alex Gubner.
Okay, that was a good one, Kareem. I ain't gonna lie to you.
According to PFF, on day 3 of his draft, he was one of the top 5 remaining at his position.
Jaden Hicks.
Did Jaden go day 3? Maybe. No, it's not Jaden Hicks. Okay, final
Sam says
clue.
Chris Jones.
It is not Chris
This
Jones.
was not day 3.
Sam's still on that 50-foot ladder, man. All right. The way he plays truly embodies the nickname of his former college team. The way he plays truly embodies the nickname of his former college team.
I don't know. I'm just feeling the music, man.
I got no clue on this one. This is too hard.
Line has ended. we're back to the logo right now, Sam. Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. The final clue that does not count for any gifts. Here we go.
I'll go through it again. Third team all conference in his senior season at a premium position. Started all 26 of his team's games his last 2 years, again at a premium position. College teammate of a previous Chief.
We have a guess by Kareem. You gave him a window.
Nick Torres.
Kareem just going through the roster now. He is a Reese's guy. Yes, Sam, he does. PFF had him as a top 5 remaining at his position on day 3 of his draft. And the way he plays truly embodies the nickname of his former college team. Your chief who for this week is anybody?
Kingsley.
He is a very big man. None other than Athan Driscoll, Marshall Thundering Herd.
We even talked about him last week.
Dude's like 6'9", 3, whatever. He was left tackle, was third team all conference in the Sun Belt.
Number 75. I was about to say that. I didn't know his name.
Of course, at Marshall, he was a teammate of Najee Johnson.
Right.
He's a Reese's guy.
He wasn't about to say that.
Played in the Senior Bowl, who of course Reese's is a proud sponsor of. And then of course the team nickname is Thundering Herd. Did you see him coming downhill on that generic run? Let's go, Athan Driscoll, Chief. Who?
Athan Driscoll. Athan Driscoll.
Mango was close. He had offensive linemen, so there we go.
That was Chiefs Who, brought to you by Eric Haynes. As Lou stunts the crowd once again. Come back next Wednesday.
You guys coming in for the layup. I'm just Dikembe Mutombo here. Doing this.
He sure did.
But again, hey, Mango is banging the drum for Nico.
Literally banging the drums.
He's banging the drum. He's all the way.
I don't want to work. I want to bang on the drum all day. Sorry.
Little Todd Rundgren. Sure. Let's bring it.
Todd Rundgren. Yeah.
When that guitar coming out, Nick?
It's coming. I promise. I'm not quite there yet. I did a little practicing.
We got Mango on the other side of the Atlantic playing the drums and everything else. Nick, you can chime in with the guitar.
It'll come soon enough. Don't worry. I promise.
I'll sing the vocals.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
I promise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm tapping it. But Lou got everybody again for this cheat too. I was going to say number 75, but I didn't know his name. He was like, "What's today?" But
he's 6'9". I know he's 6'9". You be like, okay,
he is a very big man.
Mm-hmm.
And fairly highly regarded. I mean, Jim Nagy actually posted that video that I was talking about and was like singing his praises. Now, again, he runs the Senior Bowl. He's taken that whole thing to another level. But Jim Nagy, great follow on X, and we'd love this. We'd love if Reese's sponsored us a little bit too.
Yeah. We're not. We'll take any candy company. It's all good.
But do you have him making the team though? I had him making the team. Do you have him making the team?
It depends on Wanye, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think it really does. If they still like him, if he's healthy, it's going to be tough for him to make the team. Or do they like his upside versus say like a guy like Lucas, who after all these years, I mean, at this point, he is what he is. So Could be he could be a sneaky one. He could certainly make it.
Yeah, I got him making it.
So we're gonna have roster cuts down. I think it's gonna be on Monday. We're gonna do that
Tuesday.
Monday.
Yeah, Tuesday at 4:00 Eastern time, 3:00 Central time. So we'll probably have an extra show in next week, but and there'll be some rumblings on Monday when we do our show for sure. But 4:00 Eastern time. So we'll probably slide in about 3:00, right before, so we can get everybody ready for what.
But does the team usually put that out right away?
Chiefs are notorious for being last, so probably about 3:20 to 3:30. But the 3:00 will let us go through some of the other roster cuts. And like I said, there'll be enough rumblings throughout the day, and enough rumors.
Do you got a surprise cut that's gonna happen? You got anybody that's surprised you think that's not gonna make a team? Because it's always that surprise, guys. You be like, what?
Yeah,
there will be.
Him? You know what I mean? It's gonna be.
I got Derek Nottie missing the team. I don't think he's gonna make the cut.
Derek Nottie.
And I don't know. Let me pull it up here. Let's see. I did have a surprise.
My surprise cut is Justin Watts.
No.
That's my surprise cut.
Okay, well that's fair.
Out of nowhere you're gonna see boom.
Where everybody know my cuts are. Everybody know my cuts are.
Yeah,
I'm already.
We said surprise.
No, mine's ain't surprise.
Surprise.
I don't believe in surprises, man. I don't believe in surprises.
I think. Let's see.
Shout out to Bob Barker again.
Nice.
Bob Barker, man.
So go ahead and get into some of the chat. Go ahead.
I think cornerback's going to be a surprise. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's just get a few quotes here or a few things.
Put a name on that, Nick. What do you mean cornerback? That's cornerback. Very ominous.
Nick
Lou
Jones
said
might be
put
a
a
guy.
name
Nick
on
Jones might be a guy that
everything.
doesn't make it.
Yeah. Have we heard a word about Kamal Haddon all summer?
We have. I think he's definitely going to make the team.
Look at his head.
I think he's on that. Okay, we can carry this guy till he gets better thing.
He's on the bubble.
He's on the bubble. Kenzie Clare says, guessing Hardman Watson is valuable. Chiefs Blitz, Deion Bush, could be a possibility. Ruben says Niang has to go.
I think he'd make it.
Anonymous Mango put Driscoll on the roster instead of Niang. I mean, I totally agree. John Harrison guessed Alex Gubner, but that wasn't correct. Hey, John makes a good point, too. They won the AFC West last year in 22, and Snead didn't play. He left in the first quarter. They still won the game against Cincy's wide receivers. Good point. Val Shepard chimed in today. I trust Cook, Connor, and Reed. I think Connor's a wild card. Demetrio came on board. It's got to be true. Kareem, he's been a practice squad buddy for years. Ha, ha, ha. Ken St. Clair is a big fan of Cornell. He might be a decent receiver, but there are way too many receivers out there that are going to ahead of him to make the team. Val Shepard again, linebacker room up for grabs beyond Chanel, Tranquil, Bolton, Cochran. These are all things that we will sort out when it comes to Monday, and then on Tuesday we'll go through the cuts and see what surprises there are. Surprise cut, Patrick Mahomes. I think that one's not going to happen.
That happened. It's over.
Everybody at the stadium, Andy Reid getting jumped.
I think that would be a surprise. Good one.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, I think that happened. The airport shut down. Andy Reid is not escaping Kansas City.
and Patrick Mahomes goes to the Raiders.
Stop it, sir.
It's over. It's over then.
Can't wait for that game. He's going to put up 50, 60 points. I
got a surprise cut on the NFL. Kyler Murray's not making the Cardinals.
Oh, boom.
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it.
It's going to be Clay Toon. Clay Toon starting quarterback.
Listen, we shall see.
I believe it. I believe it.
All right.
So with that said, guys, great
Marvin
show.
Harrison is better than Worthy.
Oh, we have a montage reel of Remigio lined up. I guess is that going to be for Friday or is that now?
And if that's Mango talking, that could be like a 15-minute reel.
Ah!
Do we have? I don't think we have that kind of time right now, Mango.
Hey, send us home, Mango. Send us home, Mango, with some 81. Send us home with some 81.
We'll bring it on.
Maybe
We'll
one,
bring it
man.
on for at the roster cut downs. We're gonna see bring that.
Yep.
So with that said, guys, see you. But
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, I guess.
So it's Thursday. Are we doing this thing Thursday?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. Watch along at 6:45 Central Standard Time here on Chiefs Blitz. Everybody have a great day.